All right, coaches, let's take a look at 5-out. And here's some basic 5-out principles that you could run with your youth basketball team. I'm going to go lower the camera a little bit so we can see the board. And if we're looking at really the first part of this, I'll remove the defense here. You really can start with just a pass and cut. All right, pass, cut through, and then you need to understand or let them understand that these 5 spots have to always be filled. Okay, so again, I can pass, cut to the basket. I usually have them go underneath the basket, and then this spot fills. Now, let's say that we get in a habit of just passing up top. Okay, these fill, comes over. All right, now let's say they get into where they pass to the right, cuts through, fills, pass, cut through, fills. Now let's say they pass to the corner, they cut to the basket, everybody fills, keeping those 5 spots full. Now, one rule I made with my girls team was I said, listen, there's a rule for the corner. If you pass, you still cut, but we called it the boomerang cut. You cut to the basket, then cut back. All right, because if you have them cut and try to fill, the only spot left open is their spot. So we said, hey, if you're a corner and you get the ball and you pass and cut, so if 3 has the ball, passes to 1, do a boomerang cut, which is just down and back. And then they can start sending the ball back up, pass, cut, and fill. And depending on the age group, you're going to have to do this a lot. You're going to have to make a whole lot of let's pass and cut, cut. And I tell them, you know, I did it with them the first couple of times. So I'd be like pass, cut, and then I'd tell them, you know, fill, and they get moved. And eventually they get used to that. Now, pass and cut is where I first have them start. Then, as we move on, we can do pass and ball screen. And then these two can do a pick and roll, and they can fill up. All right. So again, if it's not there, they can pass. So they can do a pass and ball screen. So they pass, screen. Again, 2 takes the ball down. This can be a pick and roll. If it's there, great. If it's not, these 2 can start to fill up. That can just be a pass, and then these girls will go and fill in the empty spots. All right. So you're giving them a second option again, which they're practicing. You're running these motions to practice, and I'll show you that a little bit later. And then the last one, so you have pass and cut, pass and ball screen. And then what I think is actually probably the best out of all of them is a pass and screen away. And then that becomes a cut. These 2 can fill, you can come back out. So again, this could be a pass, screen away, they roll, maybe it's there, maybe it's not. All right, and then they can just fill back into those 5 spots. So remember, now we have a pass and cut. We have a pass and ball screen with a pick and roll with these 2 going down. And then we have a pass and screen away. So, especially for the younger youth, these 3 motions right here are great. And I would highly suggest just teaching those and repping those every day in practice. And basically the way that we teach that, let's just add some other players in here, is during a practice, we have what we call just 3-man drills. They all start half court. They run down. Ball handler comes down. They come down to about free throw line extended. And then it's a pass, screen away. So we'll rep that out for about 3 or 4 minutes. Then it can be a pass, ball screen, pick and roll. And then on this, they have the option, because this person will float out. We score for about 2 minutes on the layup, hit the pick and roll for about 2 minutes, then we hit the jump shot for about 2 minutes. It gets shots up, gets them used to the action. And then these 3 will kind of come out, and then we'll have 3 more and start. And we'll rep that every day in practice. That's kind of our warm-ups. So again, once we get to 5 out, they're used to these actions. All right? So if you got any questions, let me know. And we will keep going over some more offense for youth basketball coaches. But that was our 5 out. All right? Hope you got that.